All right, we got a new club alert. We are testing out the Wilson Staff CB brand new iron. Stay tuned and check it out with us.
So what's going on, everybody? We have the brand new Wilson Staff CB iron out. It's gonna be, I think they have two things popping out in their line. We'll have another review about the other one.
Yep.
But this is the newest thing out of Wilson on the irons.
Pretty.
And it is a good looking golf club.
Real quick, we'd like to say a huge thank you to Wilson for allowing us to finally get our hands on something before an embargo date. So
yes.
You guys are seeing this on the actual social media launch day. So that makes us feel all warm and tingly inside.
Yeah, it's kind
moving
of nice.
up in
We
the
got
world.
something new.
Yeah, and then our Wilson D7 Forge review we did is one of the most popular videos on my channel. I'm not so sure about y'all's,
Yep,
but
it was a good one.
But let's dive into this one kind of quickly. Okay.
What we know about it is that because it is a staff, that is going to be something that's played on tour.
So Gary Woodland.
Gary Woodland, hello. He's probably, I would imagine you probably see this in the 3, 4, 5 iron, something like that. And
Yeah, combo set kind of.
Combo set
so
stuff.
They go the staff blade on the low side and then this on the higher side, make it a little easier to hit.
The lofts are running the exact same from the CB to the actual staff, the MB or the muscle back model. So 7 iron, 34 degrees, like your classic, like a 7 iron should be.
Crazy how all of a sudden we have to say that.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Right?
So, I mean, here we go. Let's give her a rip.
So looks of the club, Aaron, when you're looking down at that.
It looks like, honestly, I mean, it's a very classic look.
Right.
It kind of resembles sort of that Honma. It's a little bit, it's got more of a round.
Which is a more traditional look.
Top line, rounded toe, very bright, shiny toes. I mean, looking down at it, it looks like it's got a little bit, honestly, the ferrule on it is kind of long.
That seems, we talked about that the other day on a wedge review. That seems to be where it's going. I don't know if that's a stability thing or what exactly that's for, but
I don't know.
That longer hosel seems to be the thing for some reason.
That ball is left.
Way to go.
Yeah. But
so it has the diamonds on it like the staff?
No, this one does not. Just the muscle
That's such
back.
a cool little feature. I think we should put them on everything that says staff.
I mean, it's a good golf club.
Yep.
It feels good.
Probably not quite the right shaft for you and I. It's got an S300 in it from Dynamic Gold, but a little softer, but not a lot.
No,
the spin wasn't crazy. I didn't put the spin on the
cool on the, you know, I mean, obviously you don't really see the back of the golf club, but the back of the club looks good. It's got some, you'll see pictures of it. It's kind of got some matte finishes and different things to it. They've moved some weights around.
Right.
They've moved some tungsten around to kind of help with some launch, but I mean, it's solid.
Feels
solid
crisp.
club.
I mean,
sounds good.
What we do expect from a forged club, when you catch it right, it's crisp. Now, where I've noticed the difference, and I'm going to actually try and toe or heel one just a little bit on purpose here, is just like every other forged club. That was pretty toey. I luckily squared it up, but it didn't go nowhere.
Yeah, that big ripper I hit left was a like a heel tug shutdown face.
And it doesn't feel very good if you toe or heel it.
No,
but
you definitely feel it.
This isn't that club that's necessarily, I mean, the word staff on it would imply staff touring pros, staff golf professionals.
A little better golfer, better strike.
A little mo better.
A little mo better.
But yeah, I mean, it looks good. It's a classic look, not a lot of offset to it. Oh, that was heavy.
It's definitely, I mean, it's definitely in the run with everybody else's.
Yeah, Wilson continues to surprise me, and I know we've talked about not saying, just liking everything, but you know, these guys that are just always on the guys that are just on the outside looking in, the Wilsons of the world, the Honmas, they continue to surprise me because I think they're right there with any of the big manufacturers. They just don't quite seem to break in.
I mean, they don't get the notoriety. They don't. I mean, obviously, I mean, another one that I look at that seems like it should be a big company is like Mizuno. Like Mizuno is not a big company,
right?
When you're comparing it to the big boys, you know, your other stuff. So, but I mean, it's definitely, I would have no issues putting that in the bag.
I was gonna say, we always talk about who's it for, and we kind of just did that a little bit, but you know, definitely your lower handicappers, forged players. We test a lot of forged clubs because that's what we hit. It's therefore what we like, and so the downside of that is it's traditionally meant for your lower index players or professionals. So
you know, loft, somebody that's coming into it that is used to playing a very strong lofted club, you need to make sure that your eyes are open to the fact that is a 34-degree 7-iron, not a 28-degree 7-iron.
I'd like some credit for my carry of 174 there. Yeah. Actually, that really wasn't that far.
That's how far I hit it.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Big boy goes far. More weight behind the ball, but
yeah, I mean that's definitely your better golfer. Somebody that's wanting a forged look, a forged feel, all of that. You get a little bit of forgiveness. You get a little help with launch. Yeah, it's definitely a gamer. I wouldn't have a problem putting it in the bag.
Yeah, I don't know that it didn't. And this is comparing it to like the other Wilson products, not other products. I actually prefer a blade, so I would prefer the staff. I don't know that I'd put this on the high side, maybe 1 or 2 of them. But again, that's me versus you. I feel like I got to say something a little bit jabby at it. But again, that's me versus most people. I'm steep. I put a lot of torque in the golf club, so I typically like a blade anyway, just for stability purposes. So maybe 4, maybe 5, but I'd probably leave 6 down through the other one. But yeah, great club. Go check it out. Again, big thanks to Wilson for getting this in our hands a little early, so we can get it out to you guys ASAP.
Yeah, on the spot.
But do us a favor, this isn't the only thing they dropped off today. They got some really cool stuff. Some of it is embargoed a little further out.
Yeah, there's some.
Maybe the coolest thing they brought us is embargoed a little farther out.
Yeah, it's very impressive what it'll be dropped on that day, but there's something pretty cool that's ever been in the industry.
We'll link all the other videos that we can link at the time for this, but be on the lookout for the stuff coming out next, because it's cool. So,
absolutely.
Thank you guys for watching.
Appreciate it.
See ya.